Hello there, Capricorn. This is your week ahead tarot card reading by Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It's a message for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. It's Capricorn energy. So if you're not a Capricorn and this landed on your feed, it's 100% your reading. It would only show up at the right time in the right place because you needed to hear it. So this is your message. You take it where and how it resonates. And this kind of crazy is where your message begins. You're seeing it before I do, so that's kind of gonna be a surprise. The moon card, okay. The moon card for me, this is Pisces energy, so it's very creative energy. It's brilliantly everything is possible, but it's surprising. This is the thing. When the moon card comes out, the first thing I think or feel is that there's something that you don't want to show. Or you're dealing with a Pisces. Could be that simple. But it's usually, I know it's going on, but I don't want to show it. If it was in reverse, this would be malicious. It's like something's being hidden from you. But this is a mystery. This is almost like maybe I can't put my finger on it, or I'm not ready to let this out in the open yet. You're drawn to something. You're pulled to something. It's intuitive. It's irresistible, but it hasn't really reached the light of day. So maybe you haven't completely accepted it, or you want to keep it to yourself for a while. So let's keep going. This is definitely emotional. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, you're drowning in water up in here, okay? This is Cancer energy, right? This means that you're moving on or moving forward. Maybe even coming out of a stage of hiding or veiling your emotions or keeping them to yourself. This is moving on something that you've been motivated by, that you've been drawn to. You take action. It's time. And then we have Eight of Cups, which is maybe you're moving away from what doesn't serve you anymore, what isn't fulfilling you. The Chariot demonstrates a good degree of maturity. It's almost like growing up and choosing your own direction in life. So, and that's why you're moving, you're making progress. And that has to do with being done with something. You see there's two eclipses here. Now, I will say this. We have two eclipses coming up in Virgo season. There's actually two new moons in Virgo season. One that begins Virgo season and one that ends Virgo season. So this is a quite dynamic change that's coming in Virgo season. And this is walking away from what it's like I don't care anymore. Being fed up, being done, even if you wanted to try because of some moral obligation, you couldn't, because you just you've given all the fucks you had to give, and it just doesn't exist anymore. And that's moving on. And this is making the decision real, or announcing it, or definitely like saying, I've realized this. I've realized it doesn't work. I've realized it's never going to work. I realized I got to move on and move away from this and move in a direction that makes sense. So there's something that clearly you have been struggling with, Capricorn, or whoever is watching. There's something that you have been struggling with. And this struggle is now, it's something now that you can stop struggling with, because you're not fighting yourself on it anymore. You are absolutely prepared for this decision. You're prepared to make it. And honestly, it's done with something. This could have to do with legal matters or taking something to court, because sometimes that's what the King of Swords means to me. He's a decision maker. He's wise. He's well educated. He's logic based. He's intellect based. He's smart. So, and he's fair. So it's like, this is sort of an objective decision. You're in a cool, calm state of mind now, so that you can make this choice. So we're moving on. We're moving on from something. Where are we going? You're expanding. You could even be going abroad. This is Sagittarius energy. So maybe you're going someplace that's going to broaden or expand you, open your mind. Could be to college, could be learning about something, realizing that what you can do or what your possibilities are, what your capabilities are, and deciding to grow, deciding to be more than what you are. And like I said, it could even be deciding to learn a foreign language. You could be deciding to just get out of your comfort zone to educate yourself. I don't know why I'm getting the essence of foreign travel, but I am. I feel like maybe this is also going to give you some clarity. There could be clarity that you learn or discover in the learning of or connecting with a different culture. This is very interesting. I like it though. I like that you're no longer allowing yourself to be limited by your instincts or intuitions. It's like you want to be more culpable than that. You want to be more conscious and proactive and involved or engaged than that. You don't want to be limited. Yeah, there's a relationship here that isn't meant to be. And in my readings, I don't care if it's a lover. This is lovers. I do care that it's lovers in reverse. It means that there's just a connection that is done. It's not meant to be. It's not working. It was not ever meant to be long term. Perhaps this was something that was short term. Perhaps this was something that was karmic that you had to learn from, that you've grown from. The lesson's over and done with. And that's what it is. You're taking action on this. This could also imply that there was cheating or somebody did something impulsive and broke up the connection or the trust. It's also a sense of being ready to take action on this circumstance that is just not permanent and never will be and never was meant to be. So, I mean, that's intense, man. I don't envy your position here, but it's definitely a time to move on kind of energy. I don't like my setup isn't like in my new house yet. My setup isn't here, and it's just wonky. I'm so sorry, guys. And you guys know that I don't edit shit, you know, like I don't edit anything. So it's like, okay. Doing my card. Come on, man. Jesus. I feel I don't have the editing tools on this new phone even. Sorry, that just put me in a bad mood. I apologize. Never-ending story. Yeah, this is despair. This is why you've decided something is, you've realized it's not going to stop. And it's wearing you out and it's exhausting you. And you're finally coming to a conclusion that it's not going to get any better. And it's perpetuating itself and not doing anything or going anywhere. And that's why you're done. You're exhausted. This is something, or it's something that's ongoing, that seems like it's going to take forever. It's going to last forever. And it's certainly not feeding your soul or making you happy. So there is a little bit of despair here. A message in a bottle. You've known something for a very long time. I think now you're finally willing to listen to it. You're finally willing to hear it, understand it, know it. You're finally capable of popping open that bottle and hearing what it has to say. But it's not something that you haven't known, right? It's not. Where's my, I know. What is the message? Can you please tell me? God, what is the message? That you remembered something better than it was because it made you happy or gave you pleasure to do so. that maybe there's a connection from a past connection that you saw that you haven't been able to connect to in a while or been disconnected from. And it seems like you're very, very happy to hear from this person. And you're happier than you should be, especially if you're in a relationship. You're happier than you should be. And maybe this is employment, right? You're hearing from somebody from out of your past. And once again, happier than you should be. And I think that that's what makes you realize it's like, or you're ready to finally call somebody, or you're finally ready to connect. This is a message of love and connection and comprehension and understanding and rightness. This is somebody caring about you and you being very satisfied and fulfilled in their presence. This is you having not heard from somebody in a long time or being disappointed with maybe how things ended, but the happiness of coming back together again and connecting again has kind of made you want to start all over. And in some ways, maybe you're being given the opportunity to do so. There's a lot of happiness here, and there's a lot of abundance. There's a beautiful house. There's a lot of money. There's definitely value and sustainability in this offer or this message that comes through. Like a proposal for the future, something that you can rely on, depend on, and build on. This is really beautiful stuff. Really beautiful stuff. So the message is a good message. It's almost like it makes you realize that you have options, or you have a specific option, or it makes you remember how it's supposed to feel. It makes you remember how it's supposed to feel to be appreciated and loved and accepted. And that's what this message does. And it kind of wakes you up to how wrong a specific situation in your life has gotten. And I think that that's the main point here. That's the main point here. Don't let pride get in your way. The hell does that mean? I mean, certainly it's a warning of your own sense of self or sense of, right and wrong. Pride is that feeling that you think is right and it's not, it's wrong. It's actually an act of cowardice. Defensiveness, uncertainty, wanting to show the external instead of really wanting to hold true to what's internal. Don't let ego or your egotism get in the way of connecting, of reconnecting, of finding this connection and receiving this loving message. Because this is a message of love. This is a message of, I didn't get to tell you, or I should have told you 1,000 times. Pride is tempting you to be like, well, fuck you, I'm not about to listen this time around. You're being told through this reading to don't do that. Accept the love, accept the connection. I think it's going to help you get out of a situation that you stayed in that really didn't have you going anywhere, right? Or somebody's trying to apologize and they really do want to be better and do better and be a good connection or a partner of some sort. And this is a warning that emotionally you're probably going to want to butt heads with them or deny that it's sincere. That's pride. Pride is like, well, I have to save face here because this person has embarrassed me. This person has messed up. This person has this. And yeah, I'm sure that they have. But this is a sense of pride getting in the way of what could have been a reconciliation of some sort. That's interesting. It will be time to take action. It will be time to confront this, but not to win, to fix, to heal, to listen. not to win. This will make you want, I have to win. I have to be right, right? I think I've said this to you guys before. Would you rather be right or happy? Because you still can be happy in this situation, but this is going to make you want to be right, or somebody that you're dealing with. And so that's when you have to just slow down and say, are you happy? Are you happy right now? Or do you just want to be right? Like, you almost use my words exactly. Let's get an angel message. We have natural beauty and authenticity. So you don't have to try hard. The stars and the sun and the moon, they're going to align for you. This is all in natural synchronicity. Okay, let's read this though. Be yourself, as God made you naturally attractive and lovable inside and out. God made you naturally attractive and lovable inside and out. This is the sun and the moon. You got the moon card, then you got Leo energy. This is what I heard. Let one be the other. Like, don't expect one to be the other. Let this person be this person and let you be you. And find a way to revolve or connect with each other like the sun and the moon do. Don't get into butting heads of who's better or who's right or who's wrong. Find the special in the both of you and find a way to encourage and celebrate the special in each other, because that's going to go a long way and solve your problems in a very wise and fair way, as opposed to needing to fight or needing to be right. And this is 7 of Pentacles in reverse. So once again, something just not working out. It keeps coming up that something's just not working out. Well, you know what's not working out is the pride, the needing to be right. That's the contentious part that is stopping the growth. If you can get rid of that, you might, let's see, but you might be able to turn this back on again and heal this. Let's see. Let's go to the extended. Hopefully, we'll meet over there. The link is below.